What's good? It's Dicky24. Back again. I'm here to make a video about LeBron James and him going to the Miami Heat. I know this is kind of late, but you know, their whole situation going forward as a team and give my opinion on it. Alright, so my first impression on Chris Bosh going there with Dwayne Wade. And I thought that right away when that happened, I thought LeBron James was going to go there. But in the back of my mind, why not go to the Bulls? But then Michael Jordan's shadow and all that shit. And then the Knicks made absolutely no sense. I mean, it's team up with Stoudemire, but there's nothing there for anything. I mean, Stoudemire, he's good, but that's just one guy. And then the Heat, it would make the most sense. And he ultimately did this for him and himself, LeBron James, so he could win a championship, because he has two all-star caliber players next to him, which he did not have in Cleveland after he brought Cleveland to the title in 07, and then they just lost in the playoffs again, and, he left, everybody was going crazy, fans burning shirts and shit, and I think that he left Cleveland for him and only him. I don't think firing Mike Brown helped. I thought that was a huge mistake. Mike Brown was a great coach. I'm not saying Byron Scott's a bad coach, but I think Mike Brown's a little bit better. When LeBron left, everyone was in shock. But, I think going the Heat made the most sense. I think the Heat now can win maybe 5-6 titles if they're lucky. I know everyone's saying that it's going to take a lot for them to sacrifice everything. They can't play the same way. LeBron can't be the guy that's going to take the ball and score everything, because he can't do that now because you have Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade can't take every shot which he's used to taking. He's used to being the clutch player, which I still think he probably will be, because he can make clutch shots unlike LeBron. You add Bosh to that. Bosh, he could score, rebound, anything you need, and I think they're doing good rebuilding their bench. Mike Brown. Not Mike Brown. They got Mike Miller and Zairis Ilgauskas. And I think they're bringing in more guys for the bench. And I just think that this is why the NBA has changed so much, because now all the really great players want to play together, whereas back in like the 80s or 90s, they all wanted to be against each other. You like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all those guys were rivals, how would have that been if Larry, Magic, and Michael were all on one team, and then that would have never happened in the 80s and the 90s. Now you see really great players all want to play together to win titles, whereas, like Michael would have never said, oh, I want to play. He never would have said to Larry or Magic, let's all leave our team and be on one team, because that would have never happened. They all wanted to be rivals and not play together. Whereas now you see all of them coming together and to try to win. And I think the Heat have potential. I think the sky's the limit. I think if they get enough bench players to have the role players and have all that shit, and Eric's supposed to be coaching him, so hopefully he'll do an okay job. He has great players now, so hopefully he'll be a good coach. But I think the whole situation for the Heat going forward is good. Pat Riley did an excellent job with all of this. I am a Celtics fan. I'm from the Boston area, so I'm hoping that they can come together back for one more year and do it. But just with the Heat now, all the hype that they've built up, now they're like the most hated team in the NBA now. With everything that's happened, even though they're probably going to be great. What else? I think that LeBron is not going to be their number one guy. I think Wade's going to be, because Wade has been there and done that. He's won a title before, which LeBron hasn't. And I think that he's going to be a different player. He said on TV that LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh's game aren't going to change, but obviously it has to, or they're not going to win games. Wade can't go and score, 30 or 40, and neither can LeBron or Chris Bosh for that matter each night, like individually. I mean, they have to play as a team if they want to win. And you saw with the Celtics in '08 when, it was tough for Ray Allen to sacrifice, but he did, and they ended up winning the title. So I think if the Heat can do that, they're going to win multiple championships. I think they just have a great, talented team. I think that about covers it. That was my opinion on the Heat and the whole LeBron James sweepstakes. So have a good one.